When you have two IEMs from the same brand, you have to compare them. In this case, I have two IEMs that are nearly identical. Both are from Kefine. The first and slightly older one is the Kefine Delci. This one is priced at around $70 and is still a very capable single DD IEM under $100. The other one is the Kefine Delci AE. I told the Kefine guy that they should provide a 4.4 mm cable with their Delci, and the planar based IM planar 2. Having a balanced option is always better. So what they did, they paired up with Angel Ears Premium Selection, and that has resulted into Delci A. So what is different with the Delci A? You guys can already see the difference here. Okay, that's the cable and the color change. Color change is just kind of foolish. It is just to distinguish these two. You should not get confused uh, if they have the same colored shell. So they have distinguished these two with different colored shells. If I show you, these are identical, believe me, identical in size and everything. So no comparison is needed there. You guys can see exactly same shell, exactly same design, exactly same kind of manufacturing process. Yes, there is a small difference. Delci A comes with a tuning filter, and I didn't bother changing the filter because I find this filter, this silver one, to be very good, and slightly better than the Delci. So I didn't bother changing the filter to the golden one. So yeah, that is that. Or else you guys can see they have exactly same shell, same two pin jacket, same jacket on the termination too. So exactly same parts are used, hardware used, except the cable. Okay, the cable, you guys can see, this one is 4 core, while this is a dual core internally braided 4 core. So the cable is the difference. And I tried changing cables. Okay, if just a cable is the difference, I can tell you that no, there is a bit of difference in tuning too. So let's start with that. While the Kefine Delci is a warmer, fuller, a bit more meteor sounding IM, it has the bigger mid bass body and slightly slower decay. The Kefine Delci AE is a more refined version of the Delci by delivering. It delivers slightly better sub bass depth. We get a bit more sub bass rumble, and the mid bass is tighter. I like that tightness, that slightly tighter body of the Delci AE. The area of impact is very similar, but this one is slightly smaller, helping it with the cleanliness. Okay, this one sounds cleaner. Both have similar kind of rumble and stuff, but the dynamic abilities, the control over the, I'll say, upper bass notes is better with the Kefine Delci A. It is a bit more cleaner, a bit more composed, does not have that softer ending that some IEMs have in this price range, like the Sound Drive SP02, not the 02, SP01. I'll compare the Delci A with that too, and we will see. While this one is slightly lacking with the dynamics too. Okay, the dynamic abilities of the Kefine Delci isn't exactly great, but the Delci A is definitely better. If we talk about the mid range, these two are kind of similar yet different. Okay, different with the presentation and the region of dip. While this one has a U-shaped presentation, this one has a V-shaped presentation where the dip is at the upper mid region. Okay, it kind of feels like some instruments in that region are slightly less taller. Okay, it kind of feels like they are slightly muted, while the AE is more even. It has a U-shaped signature, and that U kind of cuts the note height of vocals, while the Delci has very good vocal height. Okay, the notes are fairly tall, they have very good texture. I like the throatiness of the Delci, and it sounds very good, very good for the asking price. It is more organic too. We get very good definition too, and instruments around the vocals are decent. Okay, that is where the Kefine Delci AE is better. Okay, the instruments around the vocals are a bit more cleaner, a bit more transparent, a bit more defined when compared to the Delci. And I tried switching the cables to check if it's the cable, but no, it's not the cable. It is slightly differently tuned than the Delci. Okay, so that is what giving it a bit more technical ability. Delci A is delivering slightly more, I'll say, definition and resolution and a bit more clarity. Okay, it is trying to be a bit more resolving. If we move on to the treble, that is where these two IEMs are a bit more different too. While this one has good energy and average kind of extension is good. Okay, no problem with the extension, but the energy at the upper treble region is not exactly great. While the Delci AE is more, I'll say, even. Okay, the energy is even, slightly more sparkly, slightly forward with the upper treble region. So it kind of sounds, Delci AE kind of sounds more balanced, more cleaner even. Okay, slightly better air. While the Delci is slightly fuller, slightly thicker. It kind of sounds like it is not exactly that precise or accurate with the note, slightly veiled at the floor. Okay, Delci has slight bit of veiling at the floor, while the Delci A is more cleaner. Now, if we move on to the uh, stage, stage is where these two are very similar, but somehow the Delci has a more holographic presentation, while the Delci A kind of feels slightly smaller. Even with the balanced cable, the height is not exactly great with the Delci A. What good with the Delci A is the width. Okay, it is wider, but if you like tall stage, that is where it kind of feels slightly shorter, slightly smaller, while the Delci is better in that regard. Okay, both are very good, both have very good sonics too, but this one is a bit more cleaner, as I said, and the transient effects are more enjoyable on the Delci A, thanks to its cleanliness. If you do not want that cleanliness, if you do not want that cleaner feeling, if you do not want that extra bit of resolution and extra bit of definition, then Delci is perfectly fine for you. It is a bit more warmer, a bit more bassy, slightly more V-shaped, slightly less resolving, slightly less clear. But if you want a smoother sounding IM, Kefine Delci is the one for you. But if you want something that is a bit more detailed, can deliver a bit of extra transparency, and the imaging is more accurate, then you can definitely look at the Delci A. This one is priced at $90, mind you. So uh, pick which one is good for you, as I said, the cable is not the difference, because I tried switching the cable and they still sounded like what they are sounding with their stock cables. So no, the cable is not the biggest difference. Maybe the stage is bigger with the Kefine Delci if I use the angel ears cable, but that is the only difference I can find. So this is it. This is my comparison of Delci AE and Kefine Delci. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a nice day. Enjoy.